Yo, 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 it's Mark and Mark's Tarot. Hey, Virgo, what's up? Nope. Nobody's told me, and nobody is probably gonna tell me. I've asked a few people, and nobody knows. It's something that like I said, whoever did it on purpose. But I'm not even mad because like I haven't DJ'd in 10 years. Like I finished everything like when I was 36 or whatever. But I started very early. I was like 12 years old and I had my own DJ equipment and I was doing like house parties for like teenagers and school people and things like that. So I started at a very young age. And like I said, Pete, whoever did that and did it on purpose. But I actually love it. Yeah, it's cool. That's why I redid it and put my DJ name on there to make them mad. So and everybody has been laughing at it and stuff. So I think it's cool, and I love doing it. People do it to me all the time. It's cool. Like it just there's a quote out there that says, you really don't um, know what life is until you hate it. So and when you hate it, that means there's something good about you. So it's all good. You know, I actually think it's super funny, super hilarious, and I had fun with it. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with it, and I thought it was great. I can never be like I don't have hate in my heart anymore. I just finished having a conversation with my sister, and she's like, she hates her ex husband. I'm like, I don't even hate him anymore. Like I dislike him. I don't care about him, and I don't give a fuck about him. But I don't have hate in my heart. I don't want to hate someone like every day and like dwell on it and like you know beat myself up about hating somebody. I got too much love to dish out than to have too much hate. You know. But hey, I try to teach people that, but I don't. I can only do so much. Hey, Miss Bikini. Hey, Dan. Doing good. Really is good. Got meds and you got this. Okay, good. Glad Willie's doing good. I've uh, I've learned a lot in the last couple years, and I uh, I don't my heart doesn't feel like it used to feel. You know, my heart doesn't feel super hatred anymore, and my heart doesn't feel like super love for people anymore either. Like my heart's just it's working, but I try not to let my heart rule my mind, if you know what I mean. And I think that once you get yourself to that point in life, then you'll understand that it doesn't make sense to give your energy to those things anymore. But it's a hard thing to teach. It's a hard thing to like really, you know, get someone to understand because you have to you have to want it, you have to believe it, and you have to like do it every day. So unfortunately, I can only do so much. It could be something outside too, Miss Bikini. He could have like went if he goes out if the cat goes outside sometimes like he might eat something like a moth or a bug or something like that. But if it's an inside cat, then maybe a bug came inside or something, and he ate the bug or whatever, or he played with it and got something happened to him. I don't know. It's an inside cat. Yeah. So it could be something. Could be that. Hopefully he'll be all right now. Life, life, and life. Well, when someone does everything and they're no longer around, it shows you the value of that person and what they're worth. You know, sometimes I want to do that to certain people so they can see the value I bring to them sometimes to give them like a little wake up call, but it don't even make sense because I'm not going to prove anything by doing it. I'm really at that stage in my life where I don't give a fuck what you think, or I don't give a shit, about how you view me or what you think about me. Yeah. Or what you're doing about me. So I just roll with the good people. If you're a good friend and a good person, then we're gonna be cool. Everything else, Yeah, zero fucks to give. Yeah, but that's a good thing. Like, you have to like. That's one thing about me, and I'm not just saying it because we're talking about it, but like for instance, like my sister, she doesn't know how to do certain things, obviously, but she's got the mentality as, oh, I'm a woman, so I'm not supposed to do that. That's what she says sometimes. And then other times when she's in the mood, she'll say, "Oh, I can do what a man does." You know? I'm like, okay, so then fucking do that. Oh, Mark, fuck off. I'm like, okay, that's what I thought. But there's some hardcore chicks out there that do what guys do, and like they know how to like do shit, and I admire that. Like I like that. I think it's cool. But there's a lot of men who, like my dad, he doesn't know how to cook. If my mom died today, God forbid, he'd be fucked. He wouldn't know what to do. Anything he knows how to do, he'll put on his glasses, he'll put water in the kettle, he'll turn on the kettle, click, 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 turn it on, the fire, the stove. He'll look at it, when it starts whistling, he knows it's ready, he turns it off, he gets a cup, he puts the tea bag in it, he pours the water in it, and he makes his tea. He can go get like a roll. He'll go to the store and buy a bag of rolls, cut it open, put mayonnaise on it, and put slices of turkey or chicken or ham or whatever he eats and cheese, and he'll eat a sandwich. That's the only thing he knows how to do. You know? Yeah, exactly. I agree, Dan. I agree. And that's why I learned. I learned from my mom. I learned from, the women in my life. And I also learned a lot from men, but not my dad. My dad, I teach my dad, he don't teach me. My mom taught me everything about food and about like making food and things like that. And she taught me how to iron clothes and wash clothes and taught me like what to do. Like the other day I said, this fucking shirt that I have, I want to wear it, but it always seems like it's always wrinkled. Even when I finish like doing it, still see the lines and shit. She goes, "Oh, it's the type of material sometimes." And then she says you gotta like put the water on it, like the steam water. You spray it on like and you do it with the steam like. And I did it and it worked, but I didn't know that shit. I don't fucking iron like shirts every day. I'm not no professional ironer. If it don't iron, I ain't gonna fucking wear it. It's all wrinkled. I'm like, fuck this shirt. But she was like, yeah, you have to use the spray thing. And I was always wondering what that shit was. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I don't care. I'm disappointed in my dad because like he doesn't give a fuck. Like he's the type of guy is like, yeah, my if my mom I mean like if my mom's doing everything, then he don't care. He's cool, you know? Like he'll be fine with whatever. Like I said, even if she wasn't around. Like one day, like her and my sister went away to see my uncle when he passed away. And I had to feed my dad every day. And my dad said if I didn't go down there, he would have been fucked. And I'm like, yeah, damn right. Because you don't fucking listen, you don't care, you don't watch. Even when my mom broke her elbow 2 years ago, she couldn't do much, and he started to help her because he had to, or else he wouldn't have ate. So it's like, when he has to, he'll do it. He'll do something. But he don't like learn or anything like that. He don't care. Yeah, see, go help your mom with the groceries. See, my dad didn't really like he still like me and my mom do everything, and he never really told us like what to do or go help your mother or something like that. He wasn't like that. He just automatically, thought that we should do it. But like my dad's the type of guy where because I cook and I clean and I do my own thing, he thinks like it's like a feminine man. Like he probably thinks like, oh yeah, Mark does everything. It's like what the fuck's wrong with this guy? He don't want no woman, you know? That's how he thinks. And I'm like, I'm trying to show him, look, I don't even need a woman. I know how to do all this shit. And that's your problem. You don't know. You have a woman, so and you need one because you choose to have my mom because you need her because she does everything for your dumb ass. I've told him that already to his face. The difference between me and you is I know I don't need a woman. I do everything. I don't need no woman. If I do have a woman, then we're gonna work together. It's simple. And we're gonna teach each other or, cook for each other, clean, whatever, wash clothes. I don't mind. I'll do whatever. It don't make no difference to me. But I'm not gonna downgrade you or tell you that, oh, this is your job. That's stupid as shit. It should be both your jobs. You both can do it. You both can take out the trash. You both can cook. You both can clean. You both can do a lot of things. You both can pay for bills. Yeah. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. That's my opinion on all those things. I always believe that, a man and a woman together, when you're married and you're home and you're living with each other or whatever, if you're living with each other, you should be like, helping each other. There never should be like you know, you do this and I do that. And if you want to be, that's fine. If you want to have those type of things, and that's great. But if not, we'll work it out. We'll work something out. Yeah, you both can drive the Flamingo Express. I'll be the driver, and she could be in the side handing out the brochures and the business cards. And then, when I got tired of driving, I'll do it. And I'll probably get smacked in the head. Oh, yeah, you're damn right, Dan. And see, I'll be honest with everybody, like, and I always am as honest as I want, as I can. And honestly, the reason I don't like go looking for a relationship, even though I would love one, is because of the fact that I honestly feel like I don't need a woman because I can do everything myself. I can cook, I can clean, I can wash clothes, I can iron clothes, I can do everything a woman would do for me. So when I do find a decent woman or have a woman in my life, she's gonna be set. She's gonna be happy because she's gonna be like, fuck, Mark does everything, so do I. That's less something we have to argue about. See? And until that day happens, then there's nothing really to worry about because I come complete. And I hope she'll come complete too. So that way I don't have to, sit there and worry about shit all the time. You know? It'll be great to have a decent companion, but it doesn't work for everybody. It's not meant for everybody. I watched my brother and my sister get a divorce after years. So I'd rather not have nobody than get a divorce and let my kids go through bullshit. So I'd rather just be here and be happy by myself and have my family, my friends, my dog, my life, my business, and that's great. You know, I've asked, I've told God many times in my prayers that I said, God, if you want to bring me a great woman that I can work with and be with, I just want one guarantee that she ain't gonna cheat on me and disrespect me. That's the only thing I ask, and that's why I probably haven't got a woman from God yet because he's like, well, bro, Marky, my boy, well, in order for that to happen, I'm gonna have to find a miracle list. So let me look through my miracle list and I'll get back to you, bro. So I'm still waiting for God to, look through, when He has time, look through His miracle list of women that won't do that. Until that day, I'll just be single and happy. That's all. Absolutely, Dan. I agree. But one of my main things that I live and die by is I will never marry a woman unless I live with her first. I have to live with that woman first. I'm not going to like date her and we live in separate places and then one day I go on my knee and say, will you marry me? Oh hell no. I haven't even lived with you yet. I ain't marrying nobody I ain't lived with. You must be nuts. Not in this lifetime. Those rules are out the fucking window. Oh no, no, hell no. I need to live with you. I need to wake up with you. I need to know exactly what you're about, and then see what, if I can tolerate you. Now, if I can deal with you for like a whole year, that's when I'll be like, fuck, it's been a whole year I've been with this woman. I've lived with her for a whole year. It's been amazing. I think that this is cool. Like, I'm going to marry her. Okay, cool. But if I don't live with you, I can never marry you. Hell no. And if you tell me, oh, I can't live with you, then I'm going to tell you I can't deal with you then. But you have to marry me if you want to live with me. Well, you have to marry an idiot, not me. You're going to be marrying this smart motherfucker. Not if she's an Aquarius. Well, I dated an Aquarius in 2007, 2008. And she lived in Boston and I dated her off and on. It wasn't nothing serious, but it was just like, we was kind of like seeing each other when I went there. And she was cool, but we eventually was like, yeah, we live in two different places. It's time to goodbye. Oh, definitely, Hermana. I'm just saying, like, my whole thing is this: I have to live with you for a year, right? Then I might get engaged, you know, and then live with you for another year before we get married. Because you have to see the different moods. You got to see the boyfriend and girlfriend living arrangements for a year. Then you have to do the fiance a year. And then if after those 2 years of living after that year of living with a ring on your finger, you know, then I'll be like, okay, cool. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Depends on how serious the hickeys are. Oh shit. Yeah, The Shining doesn't come out in a year. I agree. But that's the thing. If I live with you for a whole year and it gets better and better and better and better in a year, then I'm like, okay, cool. I think I might get engaged to this woman. So if I get engaged to her and things get better in a whole another year, and we make a 2 year period where you get to see that ring on your finger for a year and live with me for 2 years, then I'll be like, okay, maybe we'll get married next year then. And if she's cool with that, then I'll be happy. I'll be cool. But I would never marry a woman unless I live with them. Hell no. There's no way in hell I'm dating you off, like dating you, and then I'll date you for like a couple months and then, or a year maybe I'll date you. But if you don't want to move in, then that's cool too. But if you want me to marry you, then you have to move in with me or I move in with you and we have to live together for at least a year to see if we can make it and if we can tolerate each other. Because that's the only way. That's my opinion. Like, and that's why a lot of people uh get divorces and their relationships don't last because they don't even know the person that they're with. You get to know them after your marriage, which is the dumbest shit in the world. I never understood that concept. Like you have to, and don't get me wrong, and don't get it twisted. I know a lot of people that did do that, and it still didn't work. But that's where it's not meant to be. And I can do it too. I can get to know you, date you for 6 months, move in with you after that or a year or whatever. Let's say I date you for 6 months and we fall in love and then we you ask me to move in with you. I'll be like, sure, yeah, let's go. Let's get it over and done with to see if it'll work. So I live with you for a whole year and then you start talking about, oh, we're gonna get married or whatever. I say, yeah, we'll get engaged. And then we get engaged and then we get married. So after 3 years, we get married. So then after we get married, some bullshit happens and then we fall apart and we get a divorce. And I know many people, so nothing's really guaranteed. But to me, that's the only way I see it fit to actually, marry somebody. Because you have to at least get to know them for at least a year or 2, 3 years before you get married and live with them that long. So that way you can see if you can actually tolerate them for the rest of your life. And then people can put on a show for that long just to get what they want and then leave. You see what I'm saying? Hey Anna, how you doing, sweetheart? So to me, like I said earlier in my earlier live, and I've said it on here a million times, that a relationship should be a 24/7 job. It should always be, like putting in the work so you don't get bored or you don't even think about cheating or you get, if you get mad, work it out. Don't like automatically do the stupidest thing that you can do, like cheat to get out of it. Cheating is never going to solve anything. It's only going to make it worse. And then you're going to get accustomed to being bad. And then when you're accustomed to being bad, your life becomes bad. So we are our own worst enemies when it comes to relationships and when it comes to friendships and jobs and businesses and life. You can't like just think that you're gonna do it right away. It don't work that way. My brother got a divorce from his wife after 17 years, and my sister and her ex-husband got a divorce after 25 years. You see what I'm saying? So with my sister's case, she tolerated his dumb ass for too long. And with my brother's case, he married a hoe. So he could never change her into a housewife. He tried for 17 years, but it didn't work. He ended up becoming the housewife. Don't tell him I said that. He might not like it. But it's true. And that's why it didn't work. That's why I tell people. And my brother didn't live with his girl, and neither did my sister. They didn't live with each other before they got married. Mm-mm. Spending the night every now and then don't mean nothing. You gotta wake up and go to sleep with that motherfucker every day for a year, at least a year before you know what's going on. Well, if you do go bed mad, go bed understanding that, don't do anything stupid, you know? You can go bed mad, just don't go bed and think stupid things and don't do stupid shit, because going bed mad and you're with the person that you're mad at in bed, you're either not going to sleep with them or you're going to go sleep in another room or separate, right? That's what some people do. Oh, I'm not sleeping with you today. I'm going to go sleep, in the attic or in another room, or I'm going to go sleep on the couch. That's even dumber than being mad going to bed. That to me never makes no sense. I could sleep in the same bed if we had an argument or we're mad at each other. But, that's just life. That's a part of life that you just deal with. As long as we're not punching each other in our sleep or some dumb shit. Like I said, it all depends on what the situation is. I'm not going sleeping in the same bed with you if you did some dumb shit, obviously. But if we had just a basic argument because you broke a plate or something like that, then that's fucking dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that don't make no sense. That's never a problem for me, Dan. Being romantic and being on top of that game of being romantic has never been a problem to me. My only problem is trust. Every woman I've been with, I can't trust because they show me I can't trust. And when I can't trust you, I can't love you. And if I can't trust you, then it don't make sense being around you. So after a while of getting to know certain women in my life, I didn't want to be around them no more. My relationships never really excelled or was long term because I couldn't trust the person. And then sometimes my feelings for them will be like, well, just give them a chance, Mark. Fuck, ain't nothing perfect, so just see what happens. And then that's dumb ass me giving them another chance to fuck me over or to lie to me. So then it becomes my problem because I'm an idiot that allowed them to do it again. So now I just don't even tolerate that shit. The first time is the last time. Whether it's 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, whatever. Good riddance. I can't have people lie to my face and then tell me you love me. If you love me, you won't lie to me. If you love me, that means you trust me. But don't say those words just to say it. You don't know what the fuck love is if you can't trust. Trust equals love. And that's why I'm single. That's the truth, whether you believe that or not. That's to me, that's how I live my life. I can't be with a woman or a friend or a family member or whoever. It doesn't matter. I can't trust you. I can't love you. If I can't trust you, I'm keeping you at a distance. You still might be cool in other ways, but I'll never trust you. Now, having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that's a whole nother ball game. But getting back to the passion and love, that's not a problem for me. I'll always show you passion and love and not just sex, like going to the beach and hanging out and having picnics and having all these lovey-dovey things. I did all that shit, but it was never good enough. Buy flowers and just like be there for them, do things for them. Man, fuck that. Never again. I did so much for the women that I was around. I look like an idiot. I'm doing all this shit and not getting nothing in return. Or I'm looking like a fucking fool because I'm doing all this shit for them and they ain't doing shit for me. So the love and the passion and and the desire to make her happy is never a problem. The problem is always them. They're the ones who don't know how to do it back, or they take advantage of me, or they are going to make an excuse that they never had a man like me. I never had a man that bought me flowers. I never had a man that opened the door for me. I never. Shut up, woman. You're lying. Shut your bitch ass up. You're fucking lying to my face, woman. Don't lie to me. Don't tell me no bullshit. You're trying to con me. Fuck off. When a woman starts talking like that to me, I get pissed off. I'm like, shut up, woman. Don't lie to me. Just how many boyfriends you had? Fuck out of here. Talk to me like that, woman. Fuck off. See, I'm very like blunt and upfront. So a lot of women don't like that shit. I can be very like intimidating, and I can be very like I'm too smart for some people, for some women, because they think they're gonna like um throw their coochie on me, or give me these puppy dog eyes, or dress away where I'm gonna get their provocativeness. Them being provocative to me is gonna make me go crazy. And I'm like, you can be the finest woman in the world, but if your attitude sucks, then you're ugly. You know, looks don't mean nothing unless your attitude matches it. Yeah, I do all of that stuff. I do all of that, Hermana, but it never got me anywhere. That's my point. Like I used to open. Look, at one point, I had a girlfriend where I opened the door for her in the car, and I would close it, and when I park the car, I'll get up and open the door for her. And she said she didn't want that because she never had it. And I'm like, okay, I'll stop doing it then if that's what you want. Yeah, she's like, yeah, I don't do it no more. I'm like, okay, cool. And right then and there, I knew she was an idiot. And that's why we didn't last. Because like you can't even accept like, a good thing. You don't know what life is. That's why like you can't really, it's not sometimes it's not the person's fault. It's just the way it is. They're just dumb. They never had nothing decent. I feel like a lot of men and women can't handle good people if they had bad people their whole life. Anna, I got your donation. Thanks, sweetheart. I'll answer your question for you. Yeah, she's a dumbass, and that's why she's the way she is. I actually saw her the other day. She looks terrible. Not my problem. All right, I just sold pretty much everything in my house, getting ready to hit the road on the motorcycle. Oh, no wonder Dan said what he said. Start over somewhere new. My heart is telling me New Mexico, so I'm curious if you could do a reading for me and see what comes up. All right, so you want me to like ask if you want me to ask if like going to New Mexico, if you do that, it'll work? My old boss had a BMW bike. He showed it to me. I thought he was lying. I've had lots of motorcycles, but not the ones that you guys talk about. I had like 150s and 100s and 50s. Not no like 650. We can't have those here. Like it's going to no, because feel like it's going to. So I'm not. So you just want me, but like that's the thing. Yeah. All right, I'll see what I can do for you. All right, so if you decide to like go somewhere else, right? You personally will be happy and you'll feel like the pleasure in your day-to-day existence because you are like free and you're doing whatever you want, right? And you'll sincerely feel the love and the joy, and you might meet certain people on your way and be talking to different people and being satisfied and feeling like you accomplished something. But if you decide to move on from where you are now, the thing I see is it might be a risk financially, it might be a risk with a job, um, but these are things that I'm sure you're aware of because when you know try to go somewhere else or start another life, you have to start find a job, or even if it's not a job, it's like making ends meet, or doing whatever you have to do with the finances that you have and not making the wrong decisions when it comes to finances and money. So I feel like I'm getting like a 50-50 vibe where you're going to be happy in whatever you do, but I feel like the reality of this reading is telling me that even though you're going to be happy, is it going to be what you want financially? Is it going to be are you going to take this risk and it be good or bad? So it's telling me overall, I got the Sun card and the Ace of Cups at the end here, which tells me if you decide to move somewhere else, it's going to be difficult financially and job wise. And if you're not looking at those things, then that means that it's irrelevant and that you just want to be happy with your day-to-day existence and just go and do whatever you want. That's pretty much what you're saying, right? Is you've sold your stuff and you're ready to go on your new adventure. So this is saying the adventure is going to be great, but in the long term, wherever you go, just make sure it's going to be have some type of financial benefit. You know, even if it's not a financial thing, just make sure you're not going to go somewhere where you're going to lose more than you gained. You know, but otherwise, that it tells me you're going to be happy on whatever you do. Hey, Blue Nile, I'm doing good. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, you had a 120. I had a 150. It was called a kayak, people's kayak, or whatever the fuck it was called. It was a people's. It was called a people's bike. It's like a Japanese bike. So Anna, like you're saying, so I'm curious if I can do a reading what comes up, and then you're saying you sold everything in the house and getting ready to hit the road. So I mean, that's basically saying like that what I'm getting is that you're gonna be happy with your decision, but is is your like do you personally feel you're taking a bad risk? Because if you are, you're really not. Like this is saying that if you gamble on this and you take a risk, try not to think negative, try not to think that something bad's gonna happen. Because with the Sun card in the middle and this Ace of Cups at the very end, that just tells me that you want this, but be aware that if you think negative or you think that it's bad, then it will be. So you have to like Like it's basically saying like it could cause adversity for you personally. I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like whatever you do, you're gonna be happy. That's what it says. But try not to think that, you're going to lose things, like, or you're not going to, like, you know. Yeah. So if you're looking for the reassurance of your decision, I would say, hell yeah, go for it. You're going to be fine. But, like, this reading is telling me what it says for many people, like us, where, we know we're doing the right thing. We know where our heart is, but there's always that doubt or that thoughts in back of our mind, like, fuck, I hope I'm making the right move here. I hope nothing bad happens because I really want to be happy. That's what the reading says to me about your thoughts right now. It's just saying, I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm gonna be cool, but, like, what if? So try not to think about the what ifs, because you got, I'll put it this way, you didn't get bad cards. You just got, like, your thoughts might be feeling that, you know? But otherwise that is gonna be fun. You're welcome, Anna. And I wish you a safe journey, and I know you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm not getting anything negative. Blue Now, you can go ahead and I got your donation. Thank you. You can ask your question when you're ready, sweetheart. Thanks. But yeah, Anna, it looks good. I don't see nothing bad. Like, too bad you can't, like, ride your bike to Bermuda. You need, like, a boat. You know, if you had a boat, like, I tell you, come Bermuda, visit. You know, but your bike ain't gonna get you here, unfortunately, unless you put it on a boat. Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, that makes sense then. So that's why I got what I got, because it's saying pretty much like, don't worry about what you can't control, like, and don't worry about those doubtful things. Just be happy, like, and just go for it. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, don't worry about the negative shit. That won't happen if you think about it. Yeah. But hey, it's all good. Just be safe and have a good time. Enjoy your life. Go for it. All right. So you said, could I have a love reading? Sure. Just want to see what your cards will say as advice or insight. Don't want to. Okay, just a general thing. You don't want me to talk about no leaves, no guys, no nothing. If you ask for a general reading, you know it's gonna happen, right? It's gonna tell you about me. I'm gonna show up. Then you're gonna be like, who's this motherfucker? I'm gonna tease. All right. Oh shit. And we gotta have a laugh. Yeah, exactly. So, and I see your journey will be great. Your journey is gonna be good. Just don't think negative. That you didn't hear that. Okay. Dan, before you used to come in here, right? And I had all my crazy women in here. Not too many people that are here now was here before. There's some people, but I used to have some crazy women in here, right? And I used to say, I used to tell them, look, when your man is acting crazy, just put me on your like your wallpaper screen on your phone. Take a screenshot of me. I say it from now and then, every now and then, you know. Or I say, look, whenever your plan doesn't work out, you always have plan B, and that's me. You know? So I always give everybody the option. You can have me. You know, I always put it out there, but no one's took the leap of faith. I was like, yeah, fuck that. I don't want that guy. That guy's crazy. He lives in that triangle place. Hell no. I got lost, go missing and shit. Okay, so Blue Nile, um, I got a good love reading. A good yeah, exactly. You know what that means. I got a good thing here, a good reading for you, Blue Nile. I got the Temperance, King of Swords, Queen of Cups, Judgment, all in the upright, all good things. So this is telling me if you are patient and you make the right adjustments, you'll be compatible with love and with love situations. With the King of Swords here, this is telling me this is a good man. King of Swords is always a good man. Hint, hint. I told you I was going to come up and show up in the reading. So yeah, King of Swords, someone who's active, determined, experienced, has authority, somebody who knows what they're doing, somebody who likes to do business, you know, somebody who is like has many ideas, designs, plans. You show up here, Queen of Cups, somebody who's warm-hearted, devoted, has a gift to see what's in front of her, you know, things like that. You know, being intelligent, being honest. And the judgment in the end here, it just tells me that things are going to improve in your love life. Things are going to develop in your love life. But these are only going to happen through the outcome of your past efforts. Understand? So you have to account for your actions, forgive and forget things for yourself, and whatever past adjustments you need to do in the future from your past, future adjustments and present adjustments you have to make, then you'll be fine. Well, yeah, because it's telling me about the when you ask for a general love reading, it's going to generally tell me who you're generally in love with or is in your energy. So a man showed up, which is the King of Swords, which I believe showed up last time when I read for you. You know, yeah. Well, the thing is I understand what you're saying, but this is what I'm going to tell. This is what I'm going to tell you, and I tell most women. I hear a lot of women say the same thing you say. You know, I'm with this guy, but you know his schedule is horrendous, and you know I barely see him. You know he's working all the time. You know, that type of thing, right? You're welcome, Anna. So Blue Nile is like I'm basically it's saying that if you decide to stay with this guy and his horrendous schedule and him, things are eventually going to improve and develop. There's still a good connection here, even though it's not the way you want it to be. But when is it the way we want it to be? Like, it's hardly ever um that way. Because if one of you don't make a sacrifice, then how are you going to be together? You see what I'm saying? Well, that's the thing, so but the thing is, my question to you is, even though he may be drained or tired or whatever, does he say, "Hey, you can come and see me," or "I want to come and see you"? If he says that, that means he can handle it. And with the King of Swords here, that's a guy who can handle it. They're multitask. Like they don't care if they're tired, they're still gonna go see their woman. They can do multiple things. They can make it happen. They're never too tired for coochie. They're never too tired for like, to be with their woman and shit. That's the King of Swords. He runs shit. He can do multiple things. I can't talk for all King of Swords, but I tell you I was gonna tell you that I show up in the reading. Got going on. Sometimes he has meetings at 4 in the morning. Right. So you can always work around a schedule. You're not working 24/7. You got time. Just try and make the time better. Like plan it out. You want me to call him up? Say, yo, bro, what's up? You got time for my sis, Blue Nile? She wants to know, like, after that 4 in the morning meeting or whatever, you got time later on, let her know, yeah? See, communication is the key, and that's what this temperance card is. This temperance card is basically saying you gotta you got like you gotta be patient, and you gotta bring in together that perfect union between you gotta make those adjustments. I don't know, Anna. Can you ask if he'd find it overbearing if I did that? Because that's what holds me back. I don't want to be. Well, that's what I'm basically saying. Because if this reading is so positive, then it's basically, see, you show up, right? Twice, the Temperance and the Queen of Cups. So when you show up twice, that means that you have to do twice the stuff. So you're not going to be a burden. Love is not burden, and a relationship should never be a burden. Now, if he tells you, look, I don't want to see you, and that means he don't want to see you because he's too tired. But if he don't say that, then what's the problem? Oh, okay, yes, I get it. I'll make sure it's not black and blue. It can be purple and pink though. I like purple and pink. So Blue Nile, I would say like you shouldn't be worrying about that. My advice is to like I said, you shouldn't be holding yourself back. Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, for instance, does he say to you, like, what I want to know is this, Blue Nile, and I'm not trying to get in your business, right? But what I want to ask you is, does he ever tell you, I don't want to see you tonight because I'm too tired? You see what I'm saying? Now that's cool. I'm working with you. It's cool, good. Okay, Yvette. My Miss Bikini's back. Back again. Where's Marley? Let's manifest Marley. Marley! Marley, where you to? Keep in mind that I let him initiate the plans between us because of his job. Yes, I understand. So that answers my question. So if he never says no, then that's great. That means he wants to see you. Right. See, when you presume or assume, that's not good. Oh, cool, Miss McKee. There you go. See, that's what that judgment card is. That judgment card says that you have to take accountability for your actions. That's what the judgment card means. You have to take it. The outcome is you have to take accountability for your actions. So if you act upon that, then you put forth the action to make it happen. Yeah, see, even if that said never assume. That's why communication is the best form of anything. That's something I do 24/7 is communicate. I always ask, you want me to do this? You want me to do that? Is it cool? Look, I'll do it. I don't give a shit. Like, what's up? You gotta let me know what's going on. If you don't let me know what's going on, then I ain't gonna do shit. So you gotta let me know. Yes or no? Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it right now. See? So I think you need to bring out the Aquarius in you do now. So I would say, don't allow. See, another thing is you're allowing him to make all the plans. Like, just outright ask him, look, when can we see each other again? Like, when can we link up? You know, that's what I'm saying. You got to get that Aquarius in you. That's why you're having difficulties. If you had Aquarius in you, you'd be all right. Now, with all jokes aside, I'm Blue Nile. I'm being serious. Like, I want you to try to like communicate more with him and don't assume anything. Like, just automatically say, hey, look, I'm free. Like, you can try this. I'm not trying to like tell you what to do, but like my advice is this. If you're free, today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, if you're free on Thursday and you don't have much going on, like you can say, hey, look, I just wanted to let Thursday, I'm free, or next week I'm free. You want to link up? And if he don't say fucks, then that's your answer. No answer is an answer. Mhm. Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But with the cards that I get, I feel like, let me just ask one more thing real quick and then I'm gonna go to Yvette. See? I told you, I was right all along. I tell you, I'm psychic on fucking Tuesdays. You don't want to listen. I asked if you initiate the contact to say, can we, link up when I'm free on this day, or you like communicate that type of thing. I asked what will be the outcome, and I got a perfect outcome that he'll definitely deal with that. You know. Anna, you're just catching up. I was wondering what you was talking about. Right, Blue Nile. Blue Nile. So yeah, I just asked like if you were to initiate this communication, he'll be like, yeah, I mean, cool. Yeah, that I'm glad that you showed this activity. He'll be kind of like happy, and he'll actually make the trip to see you. Or I got the Six of Swords at the end, and that's the trip card. That means you're gonna go to him, or he's gonna go to you. So it'll work. I always tell every woman in my chat, please do not be scared when you're with a man to take control, because they like that. Because when you take control and not assume and always want the guy to do everything, you're gonna lose. That ain't gonna work. Because the guys can get fed up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys will be fed up, like, I gotta do everything for this woman. Fuck this shit. You gotta do your part too, And you don't have to do it every day, but doing it like all the time, it makes both. You see how like Like I always tell a lot of women all the time, like, don't think that because you're a woman, you gotta be catered to. And I'm not saying this is you, Blue now, but like, I'm just telling you, like my advice is to meet him halfway all the time. Like always taking the initiative to initiate, things, you know. Because one thing about me, I ain't dealing with no woman that is like gonna be waiting for me to call you every fucking day. Oh hell no. You be waiting all fucking year. I ain't dealing with that shit. Oh no no. Marky don't play them games. Nah, if I make the contact and I start and you like say I call you twice in a row. On the third day I ain't gonna call you. I'm gonna wait till you call me. And if you don't, fuck you, I ain't calling you again. 'Cause that's just telling me that you don't give a fuck and you want me to drool over you because you have a gold mine between your legs. That ain't happening. You got me? I know I say it in crazy ways, but it's true. Some women expect too much from a man, and a man only wants the simplest things, just respect of communication. So we know we're not doing it for nothing, you know? And I'll teach men that and women that forever, as long as I live. That's the biggest problem in relationships. Is a lot of women think men are obligated to do shit for you. It don't work that way. It's 2024. Hey LZ, how you doing? Exactly what you're saying, but because he's communicated that he's busy 24/7, I don't push for it. I give me the phone calls. I don't call him because of that. With my ex and any past people, it's been yo, man, I would never have it this way, but see, he's busy all the time. I don't want to disturb him. Well, if he's like telling you he's busy all the time, then like that could be one or two things. It means that he really is, and he wishes that he can be with you and see you, but he can't, or he's telling you that so hint hint go away. So you have to make the assumption, or you got to make don't make the assumption. You got to make the outright communication is, yo, are we gonna see each other or what? Because if not, fuck you, I'm going. I can't deal with this shit no more. So it's really up to you what type of relationship you want. Because if he's saying that he's busy and he can't deal with you, then what's the sense of being around him? What's the sense of dealing with him? So that's just my opinions and my thoughts. But I would say start with the communication thing. Yeah, exactly. Just see how it pans out eventually. You know, I would say try the reverse psychology thing. Okay, Yvette, you are next. You said, I did this in my last situation with a very. Oh, you're talking to Okay, never mind. Oh, Yvette, you can ask your question when you're ready. No problem. Do now, anytime, sweetheart. It's all good. I just want, I just want the best for you. You know. Yeah. Being very responsive is a good thing. You know, but I always tell women like when I date them, don't think I'm gonna be like calling you every day. I'm got things to do. You know, and I'm not trying to say fuck you like whatever, but I'm just trying to say like don't think that I'm gonna call you in the morning and say, "Have a great morning, babe. You know, I wish that your coffee is sugary and milky, and I hope that you have a great, wonderful day." And then lunchtime, I'm calling you again. "Hey, babe, what are you eating for lunch?" "Oh, cool, a tuna sandwich and milk. Great." Gross. "Okay, cool." And then like 2 o'clock, I'm calling you again. "Hey, how you doing, babe?" "Man, fuck you. I ain't doing that shit." And then at nighttime, what the fuck we gonna talk about? "Hey, babe, remember I called you all day today?" You gotta be fucking kidding me. Hell no. Why you don't play them games? No, 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 no. Ain't gonna be all day talking to you all damn day. Unless you're paying me or something like that, then I'll talk to you all day. You know, you and my boss or my anything like that, or you're calling me for the kids or something, that's different. You can call me, "Hey babe, our son so and so is, this and that." Yeah, that's cool, but don't think you're gonna fucking irritate me every day. "Look, woman, I'm working right now." I told one of my exes that shit. I said, "Look, I work all fucking day. Like, my hands are dirty. When you like call me or text me, don't think I'm gonna run to my phone and be like, it's my babe. Oh, great. I'm not calling you babe anyway. Fuck that shit. I'm calling you by your goddamn name. You know, babe. What the fuck's your name?" "Okay, cool. I'm calling you by your name." One thing I'm gonna be like, these fools calling you babe this and babe that. Fuck you think you are? You my goddamn babe. That's why I ain't got no woman. See, they want all that dumb shit. I ain't giving it to them. It ain't happening. You want too damn much. I'm 47 years old. I ain't talking like that no to no damn woman. You crazy? I mean, I'll call you sweetheart. You know. Yeah, I'm only teasing it. That don't mind me. I like talking shit. I'm not trying to like pinpoint anybody or disrespect anybody. I like talking shit. This is what I do all the time. I say that shit, but I end up calling you babe. You know, I end up being nice to you. Oh shit. Nah, I'm only teasing. To be honest, I honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't like calling my girlfriend babe. That's kind of like everybody does that shit. Like my oh shit. Here in Bermuda, they like to call each other boo. "Hey boo, hi boo. Oh, look at my boo." Boo, boo is like, ooh, you're scary. Boo, I'm scaring you. Why would I call my girl boo? Boo is like scaring somebody. Why would I call you boo? You know, I ain't calling you no fucking boo. Boo hoo. You know. And babe is like everybody calls their girl babe. And my oldest brother-in-law, he calls my sister Sweets. "Hey Sweets." And she don't call him nothing. She calls him by his name. And he says, "Hey Sweets." Hey, we guys I start fucking dying laugh. I'm like, why the fuck you calling my sister sweet? Ain't nothing sweet about this damn woman. Just miserable as shit. He's like, "Hey Sweets." I'm like, this guy calling this woman Sweets. Sweets is what you eat, you fucking idiot. Let's call her by her damn name. This guy's got all these names for these women. Hell no. I'll be like, "Hey beautiful. Hey sexy." You know? That's what I do. I say, "Hey beautiful. Hey sexy. Hey gorgeous. How you doing?" You know? I'll say shit like that. I don't use babe. I'll say sweetheart. I say that a lot. I'm gonna call you beautiful and gorgeous and sexy or hot stuff or something like that. No babes and shit like that. Boo and babe is no. It's not happening. And I'll hate it if you call me babe. Mark? Yes. Babe? I ain't answering. Babe? Babe, why are you answering me? Because don't call me that shit. Call me Mark, for fuck's sake. What's so hard about that? What do I want to call you, babe? Call me that shit in bed. All right, Yvette, you said, how is Aries feeling about your character and personality? All right, let's check. I don't know if Dan's still in here. I have to check. Sometimes he says, be right back. Or he has to, or his wife calls him. I don't even see Dan in here. The last thing he said was Plan B Mark. So he must have got excited. Okay. So Yvette, he kind of thinks that your personality is don't fuck with me because I ain't gonna take your shit. Okay? Which is a good thing. He might think that you're a bit, like you come off to him as a character that if you cross me, I'm gonna deal with you. So don't cross me. Don't start no shit. There won't be no shit. That's how he thinks about your personality and your your character. But he does think that that you're open to transformation. You're open to like clearing away things. You're open to you're abrupt. He doesn't really know exactly like how your personality is because I don't think he knows you that well. But your character comes up more than your personality here. All right, Anna, take care. All right, safe. Be safe on your trip and check in. Let us know you're okay. You're welcome, sweetheart. Good night. So your character shows up here more than your personality. You know what I mean, Yvette? If that makes sense. And like he just thinks that you're the type of person that, that is sharp, keen, smart, person who perceives to know what they know and say what they say. I got the Queen of Swords, so that's how he thinks you are, which is like a person who he knows not to fuck around with. That's what he thinks about your character. Because I'm not really getting like a personality thing here. I'm getting more of like a character. So he thinks you're Queen of Swords, which is good because that means that he knows he can't fuck around with you. He knows you're not putting up with no shit. So that's a good thing if you ask me. That's how he feels about you. I think he's more worried about whether or not you're gonna make the transition period. You know what I mean? Like he wants to know if you're going to say what you do and do what you say. So if you have conversations about your past and how you evolve or you're about to go through like situations, he's gonna see if you're lying or see if like you're telling the truth. Things like that. Like he expects um difficulties, but like he knows that you're that type of person that he needs to know if you're telling the truth, and make sure you do. That'll be good. Because I think he feels like what you have right now doesn't really have any meaning, because you're just like dating or whatever, just going out, whatever. You're just hanging out. So he feels like there's no meaning to anything you guys have right now, which is pretty much true. It's not like forever where you can analyze that type of thing. I don't know if this makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. Because you asked, how is he feeling about my character and personality? So that's how he feels about you. He thinks you're like, a person that ain't gonna put up with no shit. But he also feels like the friendship you have still doesn't have a meaning, because he needs to get to know you more, which is, makes sense. But he feels that it's gonna be good once he gets to know you. So yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's not bad. He doesn't think you're like some crazy bitch or something, which is good. Never come off as a crazy bitch. When he says you, yeah, I mean, if a guy tells you that he's busy and he'll get back to you, he means that shit. Like, because a lot of men can't do two things at once. There's not a lot of men that's gonna do this. Look, and not a lot of men that's gonna take their phone and be like, "Hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah, man, this girl's fucking irritating me. I'm gonna do. I can't do two things at once. Me, I can do that. I'll just put my phone to the side, put the speaker on, and I'll just continue to do what I want. I could talk to you and work. But some guys, they feel like they can't do that shit. So yeah, that's what it could be. He could be one of those type of guys. But I don't get nothing negative that he thinks about you. All right. LZ, you are next. Thank you for the super chat. You said, let's get a general heads up. Good shit. I'm out of town till Friday with mom visiting my brother. Okay, cool. Have a safe out of town trip. Cool, no problem. All right, let's see what we get. Yvette, let me know if that's good. Like you're okay with that, or whatever you think. Not bad. All right, I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So LZ, you might be struggling with like certain things in your mind or your endeavors. I also feel like there might be somebody trying to, like, some obstacles that you're going through, or you might go through some type of conflict with family or with someone around you. Uh, Nothing major, but like I feel like there might be like a struggle or a conflict or an obstacle you might have to go through. Could also be something to do with competition, but try not to compete with anything, you or anyone. You also might have some anxiety, or you might be losing your concentration because things aren't really going the way you want it to go, or you're just like feeling like there's delays in the progress that you're dealing with. So you might be inactive, or you might just feel like certain things need to be over for you to make things happen. You might also be dealing with your dad, brother, like you said. Um, I feel like that's going to be a good thing. So that the situations with your dad or your brother, I got the emperor upright, so that means that like they're going to be okay. So your brother and your father are going to be stable and they're going to be cool. Um, things will be okay in that department. I feel like you and your family life are there's struggles and obstacles there, but I feel like you, your mom, your dad and your brother, I feel like you guys can support each other when need be, and I feel like there's a good family type of thing there. And I feel like you'll be happy with how, and well, you'll be happy with the peaceful situations that you all can come to admire about each other, if that makes sense. So I see like a good support system between you, your brother, your mom, your dad, right? If there isn't that, then there could be that eventually. Or I feel like you're going to be content with how things go with your immediate family, not the family that's pain in the ass. But I still feel like they'll be around, you know? Let me separate from each other again. Yeah, and that's a good thing, LZ. Don't reach out to him. Let him deal with everything. Let him do whatever he has to do. At the end of the day, like I told you, you're not his woman. He's not your man. So there's no need to like keep, communicating and things like that. Just let each other let you guys live your lives and do, take a break. And when things are meant to be back on communicate, mode, then they'll be fine. And plus, he knows, like, oh, you go out of town with your dad. Okay, cool. So that's going to be great. That's going to be okay. So if you go out of town with your dad next week, things are going to be great with your dad. You might struggle a bit with him, or you might go through some obstacles with him, but the end result is the 10 of cups, which is you're going to get some contentment out of traveling with him or dealing with him. um, the support you give him, you'll get back tenfold. Just have more self-esteem. you know Honor your father. Be cool with him, do what you got to do with him. The love, the happiness, the peace was all there, like, yeah. So I got like a struggle, little bit of like, competing to try and competing with yourself, to try and make sure you do the right thing for him, in a good way. But I do feel that you're gonna struggle with him, and on this endeavor with him, but it'll be an obstacle, but it'll all work out in the end. So what I'm getting here is, despite the struggles and the obstacles, at the end result is the 10 of cups, and that means that everything's going to work out with family support, of friends, support of a community. You just feeling like your reputation is built and dealt and good, and you ain't got to worry about it. There's a saying that someone said to me 2 years ago, and I heard it for the first time, and when I heard it, I was like, that's absolutely right. And it says your reputation is built in years and lost in minutes. So I live and die by that, even though I never knew that that saying existed. So your reputation that you have with people around you is going to be maintained as long as you keep the peace, and you get your support, you give support, take support, be content with your family life and your life in general. Yeah, it is definitely true. And a young guy told me that his dad said that to him. So when I heard that, I was like, fuck, I live and die by that. But yeah, it's good hearing it. um Also, like, your mom also might be like not concentrating too much on like certain things, or you and your mom might have some delays and stuff going on, and she also might have like some anxiety, or she might not be very active, where she might feel like a certain way. She also might have, because I got like the Empress reverse, and that means like a mother. So your mom might have some issues, but nothing major, just like some delays. She might be waiting for something but not get it. She might complain to you about it. But overall, I feel like good family things are coming up, like for your immediate family. So good things are happening. At the end result is this 10 of cups. But I think your dad's gonna be okay. You struggle with him a bit, but it'll be fine in the end. But I also get like a mother reversed. So your mom might have like some anxiety over certain things, or maybe because she's dealing with your brother or something like that, or things can, like, something might happen where she might feel like, that she can't concentrate on everything. If she gets like anxiety quick, or she gets like worried real fast, something might happen where she might be a pain in the ass with that. Otherwise, that it doesn't look bad. You got the 10 of cups there and the emperor, so that's good. That just means that everything will work out in the end despite the struggles. And the 5 of wands there, so that just says there's going to be some struggles, but it'll all work out in the end. Blue Nile, I see you donated again. Thanks. So yeah, LZ, I don't get nothing bad. I think that the family stuff will all work out on its own, but it's your immediate family, you know. You're welcome, LZ. No problem. And enjoy your time away, and don't worry about Scorpio. Don't worry about none of that shit. It'll all pan out on its own. Like I told you a while ago, that it was gonna be kind of distant for a while, and then it'll pick back up. So you'll be good. In the meantime, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Flatmates relationship feels like a stalemate after the way two people within have been behaving. Oh, great. So you actually like moved in with your flatmates now? It's official, Blue Nile? I know those chicks were all like, they all have different like demeanors. Oh, not yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I saw that. So Spirit was just warning you not to get like too caught up in the moment, even though it was good, but not to like get caught up where, getting too close is like not a good thing, because it's not like it's going to get in the way of the priorities. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's okay, LZ. You'll be fine. It'll all work out. Just let him deal with his shit, and then you'll be fine. There's two that are a pain in the neck. One threw my friend under the bus because the other situation. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was the when he has time for you again, it'll come back around. Just don't take it personally. You know the situation anyway, so just let it go and leave it alone for now. And you got your own shit to do anyway, so it's perfect. You both have your own things to do, and then you'll come back together when the time's right. So that's cool. Well, Bruno, I still see that like these women, these flatmates, there's gonna be some um, impulsive actions, mistakes. I feel like one of these chicks are very conceited and they argue with the other or they have arguments with or disputes with one another. And I feel like there's a lot of greed here. Like because they're your flatmates, they're gonna demand certain things because they pay for certain things. And I feel like another person I see here is like not trustworthy, inconsistent. They might be telling lies. Like they might be unreliable. And this might cause a lot of caution in indecision, like whether or not they want to live with each other or whether they can. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like there's a lot of disputes between all of you. Who it is? Um, I got the Queen of Cups reversed. So it's a person that's very inconsistent, a person that's not trustworthy, a person that lies, a person that's like not very reliable, emotional, a person who's cheap, a person who's like not willing to help. Could be a person with dark hair. Could be. That's what spirit shows me. Spirit shows me a woman that's brown skin, black hair, and chewing gum. I just got that image in my brain for some reason. Maybe they're trying to show me someone or the person that's arguing or the person that's a biatch. Uh, that could be the one then. If she has black hair, I would say it's her. If she has straight black hair and chewing gum. Yeah, exactly. I think you're gonna have to do now. Yeah, yeah. Average rate, short. Yeah, like I don't. They're not big or anything. They're like average. Yeah. Brown, but not dark brown, like a light brown. I wouldn't say olive skin, but just over olive. So I would say brown. I wouldn't call them olive skin. I would say brown skin, but like a light brown, not like a dark complexion. And she got straight hair. Spirit shows me her, and she's got like like lips, like lip gloss or lip like stuff. She keeps herself all night, but she has like a mad, arresting bitch face, and she's chewing gum. Yeah, nah. Yeah, it's the girl you don't know. She might cause problems. Yeah, like because, like, see, the thing is she might be like. That's what I'm trying to tell you is like this woman is going to cause issues because she feels like because she's paying, she should be entitled to certain things. So she might be like a biatch because of that. Right. See, and you just basically said, you know, she's not seeing the rooms yet. Right. So that's the thing. I see this woman being a pain in the ass because Spirit showed me her. And she's going to be like a pain in the ass. Yeah, I see them fighting a younger person. So this woman's gonna fight with a younger person, and the younger person is going to dispute with them on like the money and the rent and the things like that. I didn't get too much good energy on that, but I get an argument between two women. One's younger and one's older, and the description I just gave you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I always see a young person. Well, you said pull cards about how she's gonna behave when she moves in. Well, when she moves in, she's gonna say, you know what, I'm paying for this. You know, I'm not really happy about it. I feel like I'm wasting my money, or like, I feel like this is not really realistic, or this is not what I really wanted. And then she'll change her tune because she'll see that, um, they offered me this. I might as well just take this offer and just be intent with it and be happy with it and just trust that it's okay. So I feel like she'll be a pain in the ass in the beginning, and she'll like, cause a diversion or be unhappy at first. But then when she starts to live there, I think she'll trust the process of it. So I got a young person here, Page of Cups. So I keep getting a young energy, a young person. And then they're gonna be like, you know what? I think she might compare like certain things to other people's shit, and she'll be like, yeah, it's okay. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm cool with it. Like at first she might be a weirdo, but and then after that she'll come back around. She'll be fine. But I still think she's gonna cause like some disputes. She'll be weird like that. But I think once she gets put in her place, she'll be fine. I got positive in the end. End result is positive. But leading up to the positive result, she can be an idiot. Yeah. So she might have something against the youngest ones. Yeah. So there might be like an age discrepancy because the Queen of Cups is an older woman and she's reversed, right? And the younger ones are the ones that I saw in the cards also having disputes with this person. But at the end, it'll be okay. I think they'll get over it, which is the way it is. Like, you know what I mean? When you live with the whole pot, when you live amongst each other, people are gonna say dumb shit. And then afterwards they'll catch themselves and they'll be fine. That's what I think is gonna happen from me looking at the cards. Yeah. So because of the situations, there might be some, back and forth bullshit. But I don't see nothing like, fight, like, violent activity or anything like that. Just like, disputes or bullshit. Who knows? It might just last like a couple minutes or a day and then just be all cool I think once you guys all are, settled in, it'll like set into them and they'll be okay. I got like the end result being fine. Can't believe how fucking fast this day is going by. It's already 1 o'clock in the damn morning. Last night I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning celebrating. Nah, I don't see nothing like it. It doesn't show me you. It shows me everybody else. So I think that you're gonna be mutually okay, and you'll be fine. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're good. But I think from what you're telling me, you're more of like content with what's with your room and your situation. So I think it's more them like might go back and forth with each other. You know how women are. I love women when they sleep. That way they don't bother me. But I love you guys too. You guys don't bother me. Okay, Miss Bikini, I'm glad your cat's cool. I'm glad he's okay now. Just ask Phil to take care of him. He'll be fine. But I'm glad your cat's good. You too. Thanks, Miss Bikini. I appreciate it. All right, Brunel. Thanks, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna call. I'll be on live tomorrow. All the games are done. My teams are champions. So I get to be on here every night now. I ain't got nothing to really watch at night. We are the champions for life. And Portugal won today. See, I got my jersey on. Portugal. All my teams are winning. Life is good. Red Sox won today. All my teams win. All they do is win. All right, let me stop boring you with my sports fantasies. All right, love you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hermana, if you're here, love you. Take care. Good seeing you. Unile, good night. Miss Bikini, good night. LZ, take care. Good night. And whoever else is in here, good night. Smell you later.